Whoa, hold on to your flip-flops, beach lovers. We're about to blast off to Tulum, the crown jewel of Mexico's Caribbean coast. Picture this: endless stretches of powdery white sand, crystal clear turquoise waters, and palm trees dancing in the breeze. Sound like heaven? You bet it is. But here's the kicker. Tulum isn't just one beach. It's a whopping 9-mile playground of sun, sand, and surf. And guess what? We're gonna uncover the absolute best spots. I'm talking about beaches so gorgeous, they'll make your jaw drop faster than a melting ice cream cone. So, are you ready to discover Tulum's best-kept secrets? Awesome. Grab your shades, slap on that sunscreen, and let's dive into this tropical adventure. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be booking your flight faster than you can say margarita. First stop is the crown jewel of Tulum, Playa Paraiso. The name literally means paradise beach, and trust me, it lives up to the hype. Picture this: powdery white sand that feels like silk between your toes, crystal clear turquoise water that looks like it's been photoshopped, and palm trees swaying in the breeze. It's like Mother Nature decided to show off and create the perfect postcard beach. And speaking of nature showing off, did you know that Tulum is home to part of the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef System, the second largest coral reef system in the world? This underwater wonder contributes to the incredible clarity and vibrant colors of the water you'll see at Playa Paraiso and other beaches in the area. I remember my first time stepping onto Playa Paraiso. The sun was just rising, casting a golden glow over the water. As I walked along the shore, the only sound was the gentle lapping of waves and the occasional seabird. It felt like I had stumbled into a dream. One traveler I met described it as walking into a screensaver. Pretty accurate if you ask me. Now here's a pro tip: get here early. By midday, this slice of paradise can get pretty crowded. But if you're an early bird, you might just have this spectacular beach all to yourself for a while. Imagine doing your morning yoga with that view. Moving on to our next beach, we've got Playa Ruinas. Now this isn't just any beach. It's a beach with a side of history. Perched on the cliffs above the sand are the ancient Mayan ruins of Tulum. Talk about a backdrop. Where else can you sunbathe while gazing up at 13th century archaeological wonders? It's fascinating to think that Tulum was one of the last cities built and inhabited by the Maya, flourishing between the 13th and 15th centuries. The beach itself is a small cove with incredibly clear water, perfect for snorkeling. But let me tell you, the real magic happens at sunset. As the sun dips below the horizon, it paints the sky in vibrant oranges and pinks, silhouetting the ruins. It's a view that'll make your Instagram followers green with envy. Fair warning though, the beach can be a bit rocky, so water shoes might be a good idea. Think of it as a little adventure to reach paradise. Next up on our beach tour is Playa Las Palmas. Now, if you're looking for that off-the-beaten-path experience, this is your spot. It's a bit further south and less developed than some of the other beaches, which means fewer crowds. Picture this: a long stretch of pristine sand fringed by lush palm trees, hence the name, with barely another soul in sight. It's the perfect place to channel your inner Robinson Crusoe. Bring a good book, a beach towel, and prepare to lose track of time. One traveler told me, "I came to Las Palmas for an afternoon and ended up staying until the stars came out. It was like having my own private beach paradise." Sounds pretty tempting, right? Just keep in mind that the facilities here are limited, so pack everything you need for the day. Think of it as a mini beach adventure. Now let's talk about Playa Pescadores. This beach is a bit of a hidden gem, tucked away on the north end of Tulum's beach strip. But don't let its low profile fool you. This beach packs a punch when it comes to natural beauty and activities. As the name suggests, pescadores means fishermen in Spanish. This beach is a hub for local fishermen. If you get here early enough, you might see them bringing in the catch of the day. It's a fantastic spot to get a taste of local life and maybe even some fresh seafood. But the real draw here is the water sports. The waves at Playa Pescadores are perfect for boogie boarding and body surfing. And if you're into kitesurfing, this is your playground. On a windy day, the sky fills with colorful kites looking like a flock of exotic birds. One kite surfer I met said, "Riding the waves here with the coastline stretching out before you, it's pure freedom." It's why I keep coming back to Tulum year after year. So if you're an adrenaline junkie, make sure to add Playa Pescadores to your list. Last but certainly not least, we have Playa Santa Fe. This beach is all about laid-back vibes and epic sunsets. It's a bit quieter than some of the more central beaches, making it perfect for those days when you just want to relax and soak up the sun. The sand here is incredibly soft, and the water is usually calm, making it great for swimming. But the real magic happens as the day winds down. Playa Santa Fe is famous for its breathtaking sunsets. As the sun dips towards the horizon, the sky explodes in a riot of colors, reflected in the calm waters. It's the kind of view that makes you pause and just breathe. There are a few beach clubs along Santa Fe where you can rent loungers and umbrellas. My favorite is Coco Tulum. Their swings at the bar are the perfect spot to sip a coconut water, or maybe something stronger, and watch the sun go down. One couple I met was celebrating their anniversary here. They told me, "We've seen sunsets all over the world, but there's something magical about Tulum. It feels like the sky is putting on a show just for you." Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about a couple of things you should know when beach hopping in Tulum. First up, the seaweed situation. Tulum, like much of the Caribbean, can sometimes experience influxes of sargassum seaweed. It's a natural phenomenon, but it can affect the beach experience. The good news is that many hotels and beach clubs work hard to keep their stretches of sand clean. And even if you do encounter some seaweed, just think of it as nature's exfoliating beach walk. Secondly, remember that all beaches in Mexico are public. However, access can sometimes be tricky, especially in the hotel zone. Many beachfront properties have security guards and may try to turn you away. The key is to be polite but firm. You have the right to access the beach. Just remember that while the beach is public, the amenities, like loungers or umbrellas, are private and usually require a fee or minimum spend. Here's an interesting tidbit. Did you know that the name Tulum actually means wall in Yucatec Maya? It refers to the city's fortified walls, which you can still see parts of at the ruins. Speaking of hidden treasures, the area around Tulum contains over 6,000 cenotes, natural sinkholes filled with fresh water. These were sacred to the Maya and are now popular spots for swimming and diving. So when you're not lounging on the beach, you might want to explore some of these magical underground pools. So wanderers, there you have it, the best beaches Tulum has to offer, promising unforgettable sights and experiences. And before you head off, let me give you a pro tip. For the full Tulum experience, don't miss out on the best dining spots. Your journey is just beginning. The next stop will blow your mind with Tulum's top restaurants you've got to try. Click here to watch now and join the adventure.